Today, we're learning how to break 400 feet. Let's go. The first two tips before we even start throwing, it's warm up and follow through. Warm up so you don't get hurt. Warm up so you can keep throwing far and apply the tips that I'm gonna give you today. Let's go. And the follow through tip is something that you need to keep in mind and actively doing. When you throw, don't stop your arm. Don't stop it right here. Don't stop your swing with your leg. Don't stop at the hip. So our full throw should finish completely with our left side facing the direction that we threw. Okay? I want you to keep throwing far and be able to continue your disc golf career after you learn how to throw 400 feet. All right? Sounds good? Let's go. Tip number one, let's talk about upper body first. Our upper body stays compact and semi-straight. We can bend down a little bit, but the spine stays straight. None of this, none of this, none of this, or none of that. Our spine stays compact and facing straight up or a slight bend. Bend forward, not sideways. All right, this is our perfect position. Maybe a little higher, maybe a little bit lower, but everything has to stay vertical, not horizontal. Tip number two that I usually don't talk with beginners, but since we're trying to break 400 feet, this is something to keep in mind. Disc never slows down. So if we start pulling from right here, it cannot go faster than it gets to right here. So slow to fast, not fast to slow by any means. And we also, that's a bonus tip, we cannot lose power by moving the disc too much. What do I mean by this? My previous throw looked like this. I would reach down, then I would start pulling and my arm would come up, and I would do a lot of movements right here, which would cause me to lose a lot of power. So imagine the straightest line you can possibly put the disc on and pull through. The straighter the line without wiggling the disc up and down is going to be your most powerful line for your throw. Let's give one a toss. So I'm going to try to focus on pulling this disc slow, coming into this powerful pocket, and then snapping it through. Let's stay compact and tight and keep the spine straight. We have to remember that this gap between our toe and our heel is a very important one. I don't want you to step over like this because that inhibits your hips from swinging properly. So what we need to do is create proper space, approximately a toe to heel ratio, and we just move that over. So we have some space for our hips to swing. Our last step doesn't have to be too big. We just need to be able to transfer this energy into our throw. The last tip might be counterintuitive to some people. When you started playing, you were told to slow down your approach. If you are in a comfortable place where you know you can approach and do X step properly, your footwork looks good, try speeding up your footwork. Try speeding up just a slight bit, then try speeding up a little bit more to the point where nothing falls apart when you're approaching your disc, when you're approaching your throw. When everything is fast, you need to be precise, you need to know exactly where to go and speed up your throw that way. If you're a beginner, please slow down. I don't want you to keep running up 40 miles per hour just to throw the disc with the form that you're still not comfortable with. Sounds good? And last but not least, I want to announce you to my first sponsor, which is BIS Disc Golf. It's an amazing apparel company, and they decided to sponsor me for this year. Big thank you to them. Go look them up. They have amazing t-shirts, hoodies, and other apparel. I don't know if I'm saying it right. This is my nemesis in English language. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.